guys, and welcome back to my channel. You already know the vibes. If you are new, please subscribe, drop a comment down below and let me know where you're coming from. If you're not new, welcome back. Love you guys. Thank you for sticking around for this long and being part of the Food with Chanell family. Make sure you follow me on all my socials, Chanell A. Wallace on TikTok and Food with Chanell on YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram and Facebook, and Chanell A. Wallace on Snapchat, posting on there. We're back, and we're back with a really just exciting time for me anyway, and my fellow people in Jamaica, worldwide. If you are part of the culture, then you know this week is Jamaican Independence Day, so I had to do it right, even in my you know I'm getting used to being more comfortable on this platform, so just get used to it. I'm such a proud Jamaican. Before any of you think, your accent, you're not Jamaican. Of course, I'm not born in Jamaica, but I mean, my soul is. I'm not gonna lie. I am. I'm Jamaican. I was about to say born and bred, Wow. I'm not born and bred, but obviously my parents are, my grandparents are, and it just runs through my blood. So to be fair, I'm going to be celebrating being Jamaican all week, and I'll be doing it on all my socials, starting with this one. So yeah, funnily enough, one of my supporters dropped a comment on my latest video, I think, asking if I can make coleslaw, and that's what I was going to do. Weirdly, I don't know how that actually worked out that way, but basically yesterday I made a 10 out of 10 Sunday dinner, and you already know, in the Jamaican household, when there's Sunday dinner, there's leftovers for Sunday, Monday, and I didn't make any coleslaw yesterday. So I thought, why not make some coleslaw, show you guys the leftovers from Sunday dinner, have a little taste with me, and yeah, there we go. So the ingredients list will always be in the description down below. Quick, easy, simple coleslaw. Make it at home, impress your friends, and let's get started with this. Just a celebration of Jamaican culture. I mean, coleslaw isn't exactly, it didn't originate in Jamaica, obviously, but if you've tried Jamaican coleslaw before, you know that it's 10-10, just saying. So yeah, let's get straight into it and make some coleslaw. Okay, so this is everything minus the Appleton rum. That's just there because there's always rum in my kitchen, so ignore that. But everything else is what you're going to need. You can also add corn, sweet corn I mean, because it's optional. I normally always add it, but in part of my leftovers I've had corn on the cob, so to be fair, I'm just going to drop into the description that you can add sweet corn, and that's optional. But this is everything that you are going to need, real quick, easy and simple. Obviously, if you do have a food processor, I mean, use that, but I was taught to do with elbow grease, which was with a grater. It does feel like it takes a bit of time. Believe me, I've made coleslaw for at most 100 people with a grater, a hand grater, so it is possible. Just go along with it. So yeah, let's get straight into this. Okay, so here I have half of the cabbage and 3 carrots. Now the reason why I'm doing half of the cabbage is because I'm not making one whole heap of coleslaw. Okay, if you need more, then just duplicate the ingredients. Yeah, to be honest, I actually when I do this, I never really stick to the same thing every time. I'll need to either add more carrot, add more cabbage, but you'll understand the ratio basically. So I could end up using 2 carrots for half a small cabbage. Yeah, so I'm going to grate this whole cabbage. So I've just grated. I have just peeled these carrots, washed them along with the cabbage, so I'm just going to grate them now. So it's legit as simple as that. What I would recommend is you keep on the end so that when you grater, it's easier. Obviously, if you do have a food processor, it's a lot easier, but I mean, most people do have a grater in their house, so just get that elbow grease going and grater your cabbage first. The reason why I also say cabbage first is because you're going to have more cabbage to carrot ratio. Okay. As you're doing it, you can stop, have a little break, and just take out your cabbage. Also, I would say it depends normally how I'm feeling or how much coleslaw I'm actually making in a batch. So let's say I'm just making enough coleslaw for a family portion of Sunday dinner. I won't do different textures in the coleslaw, and what I mean by that is that sometimes I grate some and then sometimes I chop some. So for this one I'm going to actually do it so that you can see, but I'll leave a little bit of the cabbage behind and then I'll chop it as opposed to grating it, because of course when you grate it it's really thin like this, whereas let's say you chop it with a knife, you can have some different textures, so it's got a bit of crunch in there as well. And that's also why if you had a food processor, you'd be able to choose how thin you want it or how thick. So now I've got about a cupful of grated cabbage, but because I want to add some texture, I'm going to chop some of it as well, put it in a separate bowl, wash it, and then add it to this. So I'm just cutting this into strips. Doesn't need to be a specific way, to be honest, just a different texture. So you see how that's a bit thicker, you can have it like that. You can even chop this up a little bit more if you want, depending on how thick you want it, but I would just say you just want another variety of thickness to add to it. So just put that in a separate bowl and yeah, just continue. You can do this as you get to the end, so that once you've got to this part here, you can just throw it away. And we're going to give this a rinse and then add it to our other cabbage. So then we've got our thicker, roughly chopped cabbage here, and then our grated cabbage here. So I'm just going to add that there and set that aside. We've just got our carrots here, which I'm just going to start to grater. I may need 2 or about one and a half, sorry. I don't think I'm going to need 3, but we will see. And as you can see, it's very messy, so there's no point in doing the cleanup after, to be honest. But yeah, just grate your carrots. I'm going to stop there and see how much carrot I have, because I don't want to add too much there. So I would say this is about 1.5, or maybe like 1 large carrot. And to be honest, that's fine, because you don't want the colours to be overtaken by 1. It should be a bit more cabbage ratio. Yeah, this is actually perfect. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to wash my hands again, And then what I find sometimes is that cabbage holds a lot of excess water, like a lot. So because we've washed it quite a few times, it's going to have a lot of water in there when we add the mayonnaise and stuff. So I'm just going to get a paper towel, pour in the mix, and then just kind of let it soak up the excess water. Just as much as you can. You're not going to get it completely dry, but you just want to try and take as much out as you can as possible. Just so that some people that have probably had coleslaw before that's homemade, once it sits for a while, it gets a bit watery at the bottom. So this is just going to help it a little bit. The other side is like really wet. So I'm even going to use this just to dab this bowl, just to get any excess water from the bottom of that. And then I'm going to put this back in here and get rid of that. Look at that wet paper towel like this. And then straight away I'm going to add in some lemon juice because I don't want this to start changing colour. You can use fresh lemon juice, that's fine, but using this is also good. Use about a teaspoon of lemon juice and then just mix that up. Again, that just stops the colour from changing because of course you've got fresh vegetables, so you just want them to stay vibrant. So I'm going to season first. So well, to be honest, it depends on what I have and where I am. If I'm at home and I've got celery salt, I add that. Celery salt just adds a little different taste to it. It's really good. To this amount, I would add about a 1/4 teaspoon of celery salt. But if not celery salt, then normal salt. I add a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And then also, what some people find really strange is that I actually add sugar. I think that actually is the Jamaican part as well, is adding sugar, because it's not just me that does it. Quite a few people do it. I add a teaspoon of that. If I need any more, I will add more. So I'm going to leave my spoons here. And I'm just going to mix this in first before I add any mayo or salad cream. And again, if you need more of this, because I would say this would feed a family of 4, depending on how much coleslaw you like, because obviously you have it as like a side. So yeah, if you need this for say 10 people, duplicate the recipe below. Okay, so once you've mixed that up like that, you're going to add in some salad cream. At this point I'll probably add in about 2 tablespoons. This recipe changes all the time. I add as I go, so follow this and you'll get exactly from my head what I'm feeling today. And then there's always more mayo than salad cream. So this will be that's about 5 tablespoons there. But I'm going to give it a mix first and then we will see. And just make sure when you're making coleslaw, taste it. Taste it as you go, because then you'll know, you know, oh no, I think it needs a bit more mayo. Yeah. But I already know for sure this is going to need some more mayo in there. So I'll say 6 to 7 tablespoons of mayo need to be added in total. And it doesn't need to be like mayonnaise. It can be normal mayonnaise. This is just what I have at home. To To be honest, I think the best mayonnaise is either Heinz or Hellmann's. I mean, that can be up for debate. Heinz, sometimes their mayo is 10 out of 10, but then Hellmann's mayonnaise is also really good, so I would say just go with any of those, or just any normal one. Okay, and then once it looks like this is looking nice and creamy, which is what we want. This is basically your coleslaw, but as I said, you need to taste it. So just get a fork or a spoon or whatever, and wait, if I dip into it like that, you can see the textures, which is what you kind of want. You don't want it to just feel like it's all one texture, and it's not really exciting. So yeah, let me just taste that. Oh, that sweetness is heavenly. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm getting too good at this. Because I cook so much now, I'm able to just do it freestyle off of my head, and I don't actually need to follow my recipes. But just a teensy bit more mayo, because I don't want it to be dry. Yeah. Just a bit more. So yeah, that should be about 7 tablespoons of mayo in that. And then yeah, we're good to go. So here we have our finished homemade coleslaw. Like I said, it's optional if you want to add in some corn as well. Sometimes I do that. But yeah, this is basically it. I'm going to serve it up now with my leftovers, so you can see how you can enjoy it as part of a Jamaican Sunday dinner. So let's go and plate up, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay guys, so I just heated up my leftovers. So we've got some barbecue fried chicken, corn on the cob, a little bit of parsley on top. We've got to make it look pretty again. And then we've also got mac and cheese, rice and peas with gravy. And then I'm about to add on some coleslaw. I think, where am I going to put it? I think I'm going to put it, yeah, I'm going to put it here beside the corn, because I know I won't eat all of this now. So I'm just going to add a little bit there to try with this. And then yeah, there is your Sunday dinner leftovers, added on some coleslaw. Tell me, how good does that look? But don't worry, I'm going to show you guys, and we're going to eat it together. Let's go and give this a taste. Okay, so I had to do this at a different angle today because, you know, I want you guys to really see the food. Obviously the coleslaw is right there, looking delicious. Here is the coleslaw that we made earlier. I can show you guys how it tastes, and believe me, it's gonna taste fire. I've even propped you guys up. So this is what I'm saying, the setup is improving each and every video. But so of course we've got the coleslaw, but so what I'm going to do is just move the corn over that side, so then you can see what I'm going to do. But this is barbecue fried chicken, so this is from yesterday, but yeah. Also, anyone that wants to judge the way I use my knife and fork, let me enjoy my food, please, okay? So I've got some of the barbecue fried chicken here. I'm going to put a bit of that macaroni on the... Hold on, let me just show you that first of all. So I've got a bit of the barbecue fried chicken, a bit of the rice and peas. You just got to get a bit of everything, and then a bit of that coleslaw, which today is actually Emancipation Day. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But that's when slavery was abolished across the British Empire. And of course, Jamaica gained independence from the British Empire. So, you know, today is a day to rejoice as well. Wow. Wow. Oh, rice and peas, fried chicken, or barbecue fry, should I say, with coleslaw is the best combo is the best combo ever. Like, along with other things, you can put coleslaw with other things, but this, the flavors are the flavors are delicious, are just delicious. Oh my goodness, this is what you just need to be eating right now. I will be dropping the recipe to everything else. Rice and peas is already on my channel. Mac and cheese is already on my channel. Click on my channel and search for them and you'll be able to eat this goodness. I am not exaggerating for you guys, honestly. You will understand what I mean when you try the thing. Try it at home. Look at me, I'm all dropping. Oh my gosh, I can't even contain myself. That's how nice it is. Like, it's like the flavors take a day to really marinate and then it tastes even better. And then you add the coleslaw with it, you got a whole new meal basically. I've surprised myself with this one, I'm not even gonna lie. Basically, you need to make this at home. Have it, obviously, I've said you can have it with leftovers. You don't need to have it with leftovers, but barbecue, picnic, make it. You will not be disappointed. I am just ready to tear down on the rest of this plate here, because if you've not tried my rice and peas recipe, don't sleep on it. That's one thing. My barbecue fried chicken, is that on my channel? I think so. If it's not, then I'll be doing that as well. But the mac and cheese is just delightful as well. I'm very proud of being Jamaican. If you couldn't tell, go to my channel and then you'll see how proud I am. But honestly, I can't talk. I just want to eat. I could eat the whole thing legit. But you guys know how it goes. I even just had lunch. I had a sandwich. So the fact that I'm still eating is a wonder. And I still can't stop. But you know, stay tuned for the rest of this week's series. I'll be dropping a video every day. We'll be getting lit. Learning more about Jamaican food, Jamaican cuisine. All things Jamaican basically. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you drop a comment down below and let me know what you thought of this video, and go and try this homemade coleslaw because you're not going to regret it. I'm actually at a loss for words right now because yeah, every flavour on the plate complements each other so well. Hence why I say try the whole thing. Try the whole thing, but you know, if you came here just for coleslaw, then just make the coleslaw. Tastes fire as well. Got a nice sweetness to it. Textures work amazingly well. Delicious. Mmm. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. But thank you so much for watching this video. As I said, stay tuned for the rest of the celebration of Jamaican Independence Day series, because, you know, it's just going to be great. Welcome to the family. Join the party. Subscribe. Drop a comment down below. Let me know where you're coming from, and if you enjoyed this one, see you in the next video.